Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Walking Dead universe, and in today's video, we're going to be going over some Walking Dead spin-off ideas for a potential announcement at New York Comic-Con. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe, and in today's video, we're going to be doing another top 5 ranking video. We're going to talk about New York Comic-Con and the upcoming announcements that we're going to be getting in about a few more weeks' time, roughly, and what, in my opinion, are the most likely announcements for upcoming Walking Dead products that we could get. Now, this is all speculation. Obviously, I've heard a lot of your thoughts over the last, I'd say, week or so on some of the things you're kind of expecting for New York Comic-Con. I really have a feeling, and I'm hoping I'm right, that there's some kind of new Walking Dead property, some kind of new Walking Dead something that's going to be announced next month. Because, again, I've mentioned this many times before, but The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and The Walking Dead Dead City, though they're good spin-offs, I feel like we need that one extra thing to spice this up a little bit. I don't know if you guys would agree, but that's definitely how I feel. So, I've come up with 5 different concepts, and it's not really mine specifically. It's what I've heard the fans talk about, and I want to acknowledge these 5 things are the things that I feel like people are holding out for, and one of these, or maybe some of these, or maybe none of these will happen. So I'm ranking them in a top 5 version. We're going to go over these as possibilities, from, I would say, least likely to very likely. So, let's get right into it. Starting off with number 5, unfortunately, this one is a lower spot. This one is The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live Season 2. Now, I'm not leaving it out of the realm of possibilities. That's why I still included it, because I still feel like there is a small chance that Gimple could pull something together and do something with a second season concept of The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. Now, here's the thing. I'm more so leaning in the direction that I don't think that's going to happen, because it doesn't sound like they really had a plan for it, and if they're not going to have a plan for it, then why would you do it? You know what I mean? Like, you should plan for something like that. But it's still something where, you know, it would make them money, it would get them views, and it's Rick Grimes. People would watch it. You know what I mean? So I don't leave it as impossible for them to do it. Also, Andrew Lincoln mentioning a few months ago that he would be down to do more as long as the, you know, the story was good. So that's why I leave it in the realm of possibilities, but I don't think it's, you know, 100% type of thing. Next up is, and this one's definitely a far-fetched one, the next one is a Clementine TV series adaptation live action. Now, this is something that would definitely make The Walking Dead blow up, the TV franchise, okay? And hear me out on this. If they did a live-action Clementine series, and the main reason I'm describing this, not really because I want this, because admittedly I'd be nervous if they did this, but there are so many video game adaptations being made. They're adapting everything. The Last of Us, Fallout, Borderlands, which wasn't good, but still they did it. And there's a lot of things getting adapted. There's a Days Gone series coming out. Every game is getting adapted in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? So, though I don't think it's like a huge likelihood, I think this is something that could happen. I do think this is something that they could do. It would have to be the right actress, the right budget, the right time, the right writing. It's like, there's a lot involved. That's why I think it's not as possible. But unfortunately, I do think it's more possible than seeing The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live Season 2. Because of the fact that there's always game adaptations being made, and it's a trend, and, you know, obviously it sells, so I wouldn't be shocked. I'll say it that way. I don't think that's what's being announced at Comic-Con, but we'll have to see. Now, the next one is, and this is a huge one right here, The Walking Dead: A Rick Grimes prequel series. Now, this is a big one. Now, obviously, this one would be kind of a difficult thing to do, but I've heard rumors about this over the last couple months. People have brought this to my attention. The idea of doing a Rick Grimes prequel. Now, obviously, you would have to recast Andrew Lincoln, probably John Bernthal as well, and it would go under a new cast, right? It would have to. Now, here's the thing about doing something like that. Good luck finding an actor that's as good as Andrew Lincoln. You know what I mean? Like, good luck doing that. And good luck getting an actor that can capture that charisma of Season 1 Rick Grimes. But I will say this. It's definitely not something I leave out of the realm of possibilities. I think they could definitely adapt this in some way. Hell, maybe even make it animated if you wanted to. I would watch that. But, here's the thing. What would the story be, right? Because I've heard this kind of gossip going around over the last, few months, give or take, about a Rick Grimes prequel. And I'm like, okay, but what would the plot be? You know what I mean? Like, what would the storyline be? This one is when you start getting into the stuff where I'm like, this one could get announced. I wouldn't be too thrown off if this one got announced. I still don't think it's like the most likely one, but it's one that I'm like, they would do it. I feel like they would do it. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave that one in the realm of possibilities. Plot-wise, I really don't know what you do with it, but we'll see. Now, coming in at number 2 is the LA Madison and Alicia spinoff. Now, this is something that I think, honestly, with a lot of consideration put into this and a lot of people talking about this one, I don't think this is impossible. I really don't. I think it's actually one of the more likely ones. Now, I say that because of this. Now, obviously, Alicia Denham Carey seems to be very not interested in The Walking Dead. No more. JDM invited her to Dead City, and it looks like she turned him down. You know what I mean? Unless it's a later time, but it looks like she turned him down. So, you may not have Alicia, which in that case, I say, why the fuck would you even do this? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do this in general? But even more so, why would you not do it if Alicia's, not there? Because Madison, they've ruined. Tracy, they've ruined. This is one that I'm putting it at number 2 because I continue to hear people talk about this. And I continue to hear ideas being thrown out here. And honestly, I don't think it's impossible. But if you can't get Alicia Denham Carey and you got to be stuck with Puffer Madison and annoying trigger-happy Tracy, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good, But I'm going to leave it there because I feel like this is one that they could pull out of their ass. You know what I mean? And finally, the most likely, in my opinion, spinoff that I think is very possible to happen, number 1 is an Aaron spinoff, potentially starring Gabriel. I think this is honestly a very likelihood that this gets announced next month. I really do. Ross Marquand has been asked several times if he would want to do more for Aaron, and he says anytime, always. And he said it at many conventions in many different scenarios. He's always showing up for Walking Dead events at Walker Stalker cons and everything like that. He's very committed. I honestly think that if they threw a spinoff idea towards him, he would jump on that immediately. And I think Gimple knows that. And admittedly, I think that if there's any show, and you gotta remember, about this time last year, there was an announcement that said that there are 2 untitled Walking Dead shows that have yet to be announced. We're a year later and still nothing. These are coming eventually. You know what I mean? I think Aaron getting his own spinoff is the most likely. Is it pointless? Probably, but I feel like this is the most likely. So, that's where I'm going to leave it. What do you guys think these announcements could be? Do you think it's something other than shows? At least for me, I feel like this is all show possibilities. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you guys feel like this could play out? And what do you think could get announced at New York Comic Con next month? Post comments. Of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos to The Walking Dead. Sure, follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos to The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.